In this video, I want to show you a call prep workflow you can run in Claude before any discovery call. 4 prompts, about 2 minutes, and it pulls the last 90 days of news, filters it through what you sell, builds talk tracks and discovery questions, and flags what to avoid. I'm walking through the whole thing using Freshworks as an example, as our target account. We'll assume I'm selling Talent Forge, a coaching and talent development platform, to their HR leadership. You can take this exact workflow, plug it in your own target account and prospecting routine, and use it for your next call. This is the first prompt. And by the way, you can get all prompts following the link in the description. So the first one is search for all major news about Freshworks from the last 90 days. I want everything: acquisition, partnerships, funding, leadership changes, product launches, market expansions, layoffs, reorgs, earnings highlights, analyst commentary. Organize it by date, most recent first. So let's run this in Claude. All right, so you can see Claude pulled in everything: earnings, acquisition, leadership changes, and so on, all from the last 90 days with the source. We can just click the link and see where it got it from. And if you had to find all of this manually, you'd be spending probably 30 to 45 minutes across Google, LinkedIn, earnings, transcripts, press releases, and so on. And here, Claude did it in one prompt. Now, the key thing is this is raw. This is just a news dump. It's useful, but it's not actionable yet. Anyone can Google a company. What makes this workflow different is the next prompt, where we filter all of this through what we actually sell. That's where it gets good. So let me run prompt 2. Now look at all of this through the lens of someone selling a talent development platform, coaching, courses, skill diagnostic, to their CHRO, VP of people, or L&D leadership. I've uploaded my product one-pager for context. Rank these events by which one creates the most urgency or relevance for a conversation about employee development. For each one, explain why it matters and what pain or priority it signals. And this is the one pager that I have that I created for this video about my product that I will be selling in this example. And it's ideal if you create something for your product or service. And you can, again, use Claude for it, just to summarize it from your web page, your products, and basically who it is for. So now let's run prompt 2. This is where it gets interesting. Claude took all that raw news and ranked it by what actually matters for my conversation. Look at how it connected the layoffs and resumed hiring to a reskilling problem, the gap profitability to L&D budget scrutiny, the fire hydrant acquisition to post M&A skill gaps. None of this is generic. It's all filtered through the Talent Forge one pager I uploaded. That's the whole point. You're not just researching a company, you're researching a company through the lens of what you sell. Now I've got 7 ranked angles I could use to open a call, but I don't need 7. I need 2 or 3 that are sharp enough to actually say out loud on a call. That's what prompt 3 does. It takes the top 3 and turns them into opening lines, discovery questions, and talk tracks I can walk in with. Prompt 3 is for the top 3 most relevant events. Give me a natural opening line for the call that references the event without sounding like I just Googled them. 3 discovery questions that dig into the implication of that event, and a hypothesis on how it connects to a talent development problem we solve. Now look at what just happened. I went from a raw news dump to actual talk tracks to use on a call. Look at these opening lines. They're not, "Hey, I saw you guys acquired fire hydrant, congrats." That's what everyone else says. These reference the event and immediately connect it to a problem the person I'm talking to actually cares about. And discovery questions are specific. They're not telling me about your challenges. They're asking about things that are actually happening inside that company right now based on real events. I'm not showing up blank asking them to educate me. I'm walking in with a perspective and using the questions to validate or adjust. That's what good discovery looks like. Let's now use the next prompt to make it even better. This is prompt 4. Based on everything you found, what topics should I avoid on this call? Any recent controversies, sensitive layoffs, bad press, failed initiatives, or anything that could make the conversation awkward if I bring it up? This is the step people skip, but it might be the most important one. Claude just flagged everything I should stay away from on this call: the layoffs, the stock price, the guidance miss, the founder transition. These are all real events that came up in the research, but bringing them up on a call puts people on the defensive. The prompt gives you the guardrail so you don't accidentally step on something. All right, that's the full workflow for prompts, around 2 minutes. But we can even make this better. You can ask Claude to turn everything into a 2-page cheat sheet as a PDF, something you can print out, have on your desk, or pull on a second screen during the call, or you can just use it to prepare well. We are all visual learners, so having it condensed on 2 pages is way easier than scrolling through a chat thread while someone's talking to you, for example. The prompt is: take everything from this conversation and turn it into a 2-page call prep cheat sheet I can print out and have next to me during the call. Page one, company overview, the top 3 priorities right now and the connection to what I sell. Page two, my opening line, options, discovery question, group by topic, and the landmines to avoid. Keep it tight, no fluff, format so it's easy to scan at a glance. Look at that. A clean 2-page cheat sheet ready to print: company context, priorities, um, opening lines, why my product, my solution is relevant here, discovery questions, landmines to avoid, all on 2 pages. This would have taken you an hour to put together manually. We did it in 1 minute. And we can even make this better with one last prompt, because right now this prep is tailored to the company, but not the person. So I'm going to grab the LinkedIn profile of someone that we suppose that we're meeting with, and I'm going to paste everything in here and ask Claude to adjust based on that. So I found this profile on LinkedIn from Shannon, who is VP of Talent Acquisition at Freshworks. Let's just copy everything we have here and paste it together with our prompt in Claude. And the prompt is: here's the LinkedIn profile of the person I'm meeting with. I pasted the whole LinkedIn profile. You can also go through posts if they have published something. Based on their role, seniority, background, and what they seem to care about, adjust the call prep. Which of the 3 angles is most relevant to this specific person? Rewrite the opening line to reference something about their background. Adjust the discovery questions to match what someone in their role would actually care about. Now look at this. This is really great advice, great output from Claude. It says this changes things significantly because she's not actually the person we should talk to. Well, this hiring, not employee development. And it's giving us what stands out on their profile, what angle to choose, so restructuring and internal mobility. It has rewritten the opening lines, adjusted the discovery question, what to listen for on the call. And it's even giving me ideas like this one. For example, you have 8 mutual connections with her for this call. Check whether any of them can give you a warm intro or at least context on what Shannon cares about right now. This is really helpful. I should do that before this call. It's just so useful to prep for that call and have kind of a strategy before it starts, and maybe start talking to other people, get more additional information, maybe start multi-threading and so on. Now, if you really want to take this to the next level, I'm going to upload a discovery call framework from Sales Daily Premium. And this is one of the frameworks my subscribers get access to. And when you feed it into Claude on top of everything we've already built, it turns your prep into a full call structure. So not just research, not just question, but a step-by-step outline for how to run the actual call. The prompt here is: I've uploaded my discovery call framework based on everything we've built so far. Give me a full call outline that follows this framework step by step. Map the discovery question, opening lines, and hypothesis to the right stage of the framework. Tell me what to say and ask at each stage of the call. Look at this. a 5-page call plan. What to say, what to ask, how to transition, all mapped to the framework and filled with real Freshworks research. Not a template, a custom playbook for one call. And quick note, this workflow works best for public companies, of course, and mid to large organizations where there's enough news for Claude to work with. You could even automate this entire thing. Feed Claude your account list, your product document, your framework, and get a full briefing for every target account before you even open your calendar. That's the workflow. Link to Sales Daily Premium and the prompts in the description. Try it out before your next call and let me know if you like this, if I should do more of these videos.